What if Dronacharya, the legendary teacher of the Mahabharata, had a secret past? Was he just a teacher of warriors? Or did his origins hide a tale of divine intervention and human struggle? Today, we unravel the untold story of Dronacharya, the man whose life was shaped by destiny and duty. Dronacharya, a name that commands reverence, a teacher whose wisdom shaped the greatest warriors of the Mahabharata. But who was he before his rise to legendary status? Today, we explore his fascinating origins, his struggles, and the moral complexities that defined his journey. Dronacharya's birth is shrouded in mystery, with a story that defies conventional norms. Unlike others, Dronacharya was not born from a mother's womb. Instead, he emerged from a pot during a sacred ritual performed by sage Bharadwaja. This miraculous birth earned him the name Drona, meaning born of a pot. But why did fate choose such an unusual entry for him into the world? And how did this divine origin influence the life he was destined to lead? Despite his extraordinary birth, Drona's early life was far from privileged. Born into a Brahmin family, he inherited knowledge and wisdom but was bound by poverty. One poignant moment reveals the depth of his struggles. When his young son, Ashwathama, cried for milk, Drona could only offer him diluted rice water. This moment symbolized the hardships that defined his early years. How does someone rise from such adversity to become a teacher to royalty? Drona's story is one of resilience, sacrifice, and ambition. Drona's life took a significant turn when he befriended Drupada, the prince of Panchala, during their time at the Gurukul. The two shared a bond that seemed unbreakable, and Drupada once promised Drona that when he became king, he would share half his kingdom with his dear friend. But time and circumstances have a way of testing promises. After completing his education, Drona married Kripi, the sister of Kripacharya, and they had a son, Ashwathama. Despite his immense knowledge and skills, Drona's family continued to live in poverty. Desperate to provide for his family, Drona approached Drupada, now the king of Panchala, to seek assistance. However, Drupada's response shattered Drona's faith. He mocked Drona, stating that friendship could not exist between a pauper and a king. This betrayal planted the seeds of vengeance in Drona's heart, marking a pivotal moment in his life. It was not just about revenge, it was about reclaiming his honor and proving his worth. This incident would go on to shape his destiny as well as the future of the Kuru dynasty. Drona's unparalleled mastery of warfare caught the attention of the Kuru princes, and he was invited to Hastinapur to become their royal preceptor. As a guru, Drona was strict yet fair, pushing his disciples to reach their highest potential. Among all his students, Arjuna stood out. Drona recognized Arjuna's dedication and talent, promising to make him the greatest archer in the world. However, this promise came at a cost. When Ekalavya, a tribal boy with exceptional skill, sought Drona's guidance, Drona refused to teach him due to societal norms. Yet, Ekalavya trained on his own, using a clay idol of Drona as inspiration, and surpassed even Arjuna in skill. To keep his promise to Arjuna, Drona demanded Ekalavya's thumb as Guru Dakshina, crippling the boy's ability to wield a bow. This act highlights the duality of Drona's character, a loyal teacher bound by his word, but also man complicit in the rigid hierarchies of his time. Drona's relationship with his students was complex. While he nurtured Arjuna's talent, he also harbored grudges that influenced his decisions. His vendetta against Drupada led him to use the Kuru princes to defeat and humiliate his former friend. The spoils of this victory were shared with the princes, but Drona kept half of Drupada's kingdom as his own, fulfilling his long-cherished revenge. Dronacharya's life reached its most intense phase during the Kurukshetra war. As the commander of the Kaurava army, Drona's brilliance on the battlefield was unmatched. Yet, he fought for a side he knew was unrighteous. Why? Was it loyalty to Hastinapur, personal ambition, or a sense of duty as a Brahmin bound to his patrons? Drona's internal conflict became evident during the war. Despite his wisdom, he could not escape the flaws that made him human. His role in the unethical killing of Abhimanyu and his rigid adherence to his promises painted him as both a hero and a tragic figure. The culmination of his life came through deception when Yudhishthir, known for his truthfulness, announced Ashwathama's death. Believing his son to be dead, Drona laid down his weapons and was slain by Dhrishtdyumna, Drupad's son. Dronacharya's story is a tapestry of divine origin, human struggle, and moral dilemmas. From his miraculous birth to his tragic end, his life embodies the eternal conflict between destiny and free will. Was he a victim of circumstances or a man who shaped his own downfall? Perhaps the answer lies somewhere in between. What do you think about Dronacharya's story? Was he a hero, a flawed human, or both? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to watch our next video, where we dive into the life of another iconic character from the Mahabharata. Subscribe for more epic tales from Indian mythology.